Welcome, Namaste, Namaskar, and welcome back to Jalprayag. Today I'm going to continue on the same topic which I did last time, which was single position line, single period. I had taken one case, which was case one, which was a specific condition where the amount of data was given limited. So as I said, I'm going to take different cases of single PL concept. So today I'm going to take the part 2 of the single PL. So let us quickly have a look on what is this case 2 for single PL. Before I proceed into the example of the sample type of concept, I'm going to just quickly recap on the clues and conditions which I had given last time also. How do you judge whether it's a single PL question or not? So let me just quickly go on that. I will recap this on the videos every time I make on single PL so that this becomes a criteria for you to think whether I can do by single PL. So that is the reason I'm doing a recap. I already mentioned that I can involve CTS, engine speed, certain rate, and the leader. And if I am given enough data, I can form a triangle. So I'll be using allowing and contracting methods. Question will normally have two legs. Only the initial bearing will be given to you. That is why it was called single PL. So the objective again is finding a safe course. So that is one of the objectives. Provided that I pass at a safe distance, that is given as a clue in the question, and finding the time of alteration. So for me, the two important things are finding a safe course and time for alteration, provided passing a safe distance criteria is given. Positions in this type of question will not be asked because normally I will not be given any fix. So this single PL concept, normally they will not ask you the positions. I'm going to take case 2. Let us read what is the case 2 and then we'll see what was difference, what is it different from case 1. I'm giving you a PL at 1800 from Lighthouse X. I've already marked Lighthouse X. The bearing is also exactly same as case 1. There's no difference. Then next is the initial sailing CTS is not given to you in the question and only engine speed is given. I'm not giving you current and wind. I'm asking you minimum clearance of the south side of the island, which is Lighthouse Yankee. I'm asking you 3 nautical miles because of offline dangers. And as I had mentioned in the clues and conditions, I'll ask you a time for alteration to the second leg. What is the force to steer on the second leg to achieve this aim of passing a safe distance? We have already seen this kind of questions can come when your fixing tools are not reliable, your GPS or any other fixing tool not reliable. At the same time, the visibility has come down. So my radar fixing possibilities are also remote. So during this time, I was already sailing. I was given one TL and I'm supposed to keep a safe distance of one more object and at the same time find a new course to sail through for a destination or continuing the passage or whatever is the condition. Let us quickly go back to the steps. Steps are very similar. We will see what is the difference between case 1 and case 2. I'm going to draw the first PL given to me at 1800, just as I did before. So I call this 1800 PL. And since the criteria was I'm sailing blindly, I'm proceeding at some initial course. And then after that, I have to take an alteration and pass south of the Yankee Lighthouse with a minimum 3-mile clearance. So I'm going to put that condition of 3 miles arc. So I should not be anywhere in this 3 nautical miles range. So for me, one of the best way to continue is, since I have only single PL known to me, That is the only clue for me to help myself to achieve my aim of passing safe distance. I'm going to take a parallel line of this 1800 pm, which is 070. I'm going to draw that, transfer it on as a tangent to the 3 miles, clearing a circle of the CPA circle, whatever. So I'm transferring this same 070. So I've got two parallel lines. So let us see what is the difference between case 1 and case 2. Case 1, if you remember, please go and have a look on case 1. The course, initial course 200 degree 2 was given to you with engine speed. But in this question is slightly different. I'm not giving you initial course itself. So let me start from the point A, as I did in the previous case. Assume point A on the first field, anywhere. Now, I don't have initial CTS. So whenever in chart work question, or doesn't matter wherever, if you're crossing the road also, it's the same principle. Concept is exactly the same. You're trying to cross a road. What will you do? You will choose the shortest distance. And when I give you two parallel lines, which is as good as a road because you're crossing from one side to the other side of the road and the edges of the road are parallel, the shortest distance is always perpendicular. So I'm going to use the perpendicular concept here, and you should do this whenever initial CTS is not given to you in these kind of concepts. So I'm going to draw a perpendicular to the first PL and the transferred PL. This is 90 degrees. And obviously it is going to be 90 with 070. So I can measure that also. Let me do it on the next slide. I'm joining this, I will reach Bravo. My next job for here is measure the distance between Alpha and Bravo. And I'm going to use my engine speed as 12 knots. So let us say I measured it, it came as 30 nautical miles. And your 160 is your 90 with your 070. So this is what information I have. With 12 knot speed, it is obvious that I'm going to take 2.5 hours from now. So from 1800 to 2.5 hours. Okay. So that is going to be my alteration. So I can say I start sailing at 1800 with a course of 160 because that was the shortest distance I can do. And at 2030, I'm going to alter course. And pretty similar, we have not given you current and wind. So the new course is going to be the same line which I've transferred, which is 070. This is the course. Please watch the change in color. I'm trying to make that as a CTS. So I've changed the color. I'm going to toggle back black and this maroon. So this is my new course. And this 070, which is my new course, was the original single PL given to me in the question also. So this is the concept of a single PL question where my initial course was also not given. That is why I've chosen that as case number 2. And we have seen right now two cases. Just as a quick recap, the case 1 also did not have any forces, but initial force was given to you. So I proceeded that question. Now this time in case 2, I did not give you initial CTS also. So that means you have found out the initial CTS as a perpendicular to both the lines, and the final CTS becomes exactly same as your single PL. So that's the end of case 2 for single PL. I'm going to come up with more small cases where I'll keep changing one by one. So I hope to catch you soon with the next part 3 of single PL with a different data. I hope I have made this short and sweet, expecting that you guys can sit for 10 minutes at least, 10 to 15 minutes, not more than that, with attention rather than sitting for a long time. And until next time, please keep watching Jal Prayag. Please go and search for my videos in the playlist. It will be easier for you to find out different categories. Until then, Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskar.